flesh with tainted claws breeds bosom maggots.
It's a brutal era of endless war, providing the chosen tallyman of Nurgle, Epidemius, countless opportunities to spread, observe, and catalog the Plague Lord's myriad glorious diseases.
Hey guys, welcome back to the modded Epidemius campaign. This is the slow and thematic modded Epidemius campaign, and I guess I should probably start this episode off with an apology. Apparently, the last episode that I released, I've gotten a fair amount of feedback about, and so apparently I have let a lot of you down. So I am indeed sorry for that. As I have said before, this channel and these campaigns are nothing without you guys, so I do hate to let you guys down. All I can really say is that yes, I will make mistakes and that I will try to do better in the future, but please do leave the comments even when they're negative like that, and like I said, that helps me try to rectify my problems and try to do better moving forward. So on to this campaign. This is an interesting situation that we've got ourselves in here. So yeah, we've got the last remaining army of Sigvald here laying siege to this minor settlement, and this army is is not really strong enough to beat them, I don't think. Now, I don't really think we have any choice but to make the attack anyway, otherwise they're just going to keep causing us attrition. There is no aid coming because I really need to prioritize all of my military strength over here with Archaon. So I'll talk about him in just a moment. But yeah, so down here, what my plan is going to be is I will go ahead and create a plague cultist, drop a plague on that army right there, and go ahead and attack them, do as much damage as possible. The garrison is non-existent, so it's just this army. Obviously, our army is very beaten up. A lot of the units are between, I don't know, it looks like between a half and a quarter of their health. So really not very promising. If they were at full strength, I feel like we could probably win that, but they're not. All right, anyway, it was pointed out to me that I probably should have not auto-resolved this battle up here at Blood Mountain. I don't think I had any chance to win the battle, but I am now actually, interestingly enough, this garrison, why is this garrison back to full strength? It should have been a really depleted garrison. Anyway, I don't know. I'll worry about that. That's the least of my problems right now. So here's the big one over here. We're going to fight that other battle first thing in just a moment. But this right here, we've got this situation, just to reiterate for anybody who missed it in the last episode. Basically, Archaon has marched 5 full-strength armies straight through our territory heading west, bypassing so far our settlements, and I was very concerned about losing my capital here, which is why I threw together this very expensive emergency army. Well, at this point, it's a little unclear. It's been 3 turns. We're paying absolutely out the wazoo for this army. It's incredibly expensive, 5,000 upkeep per turn. And yeah, we're at the point now where we can't afford it. So first things first, in order to save ourselves from suffering any attrition at the end of this turn, and also because there's no reason not to at this point, the Foetid Catacombs, we are going to cancel construction on that. Boom. That just gave us enough money where if we do go one more turn without fighting over here, we at least are not going to be suffering attrition as a result of it. So here's the thing. We've got these 5 armies. They are decently strong. We've got 3, well, we've got 1 really strong army and then 2, I'm going to say, decently strong. This one is a mix because half of the units here are pretty good and the other half are Nurglings. So obviously Nurglings are almost garbage at this point. Beggars can't be choosers, which is why I went ahead and recruited them to begin with. It has been mentioned that I could go ahead and make an assault right here. I could recruit in, because we can recruit for free, I could recruit in a few more units into Vashnar's army, move them up here, and make an attack on Archaon. I don't know if we could win, but what we would do is probably enough damage, at least I hope we would do enough damage that these armies would be in pretty bad shape and unable to come back and take our capital. Here's the problem. The problem with doing that is BlackRock would then be undefended. BlackRock only has a size 11 garrison. This is on me. I needed to build the garrison building up here long before now. And then we have these 3 armies right here. And obviously, if we're at war with Archaon, whether they declare war on us or we declare war on them, these armies, particularly this one right here, is close enough to attack BlackRock. Those 2 could obviously move down and reinforce, and there's no way BlackRock can defend against 3 armies. So, it has been suggested that very possibly Archaon is not planning on going to war with us because this is incredibly unusual what we are seeing with them marching straight through our territory. I mentioned this before. Normally what happens when an enemy is going to declare war on you, they usually declare war and then start the invasion. Sometimes the same turn, sometimes they delay by a turn. It's very unusual for them to invade for 1, 2, 3, it's been at least 4 turns that they've been invading us, and they haven't declared war on us. So it's extremely possible that they don't plan to. I would have said it's likely, except when they moved in their last over the last end turn. They moved west, they moved west, they moved west. They moved one of these armies a little bit west, and the other one, I don't remember which is which. The other one basically stayed right where it was. So these two armies basically have very aggressively positioned themselves right here at Blighted Grove. It's extremely random. Why they would go for Blighted Grove instead of a more valuable settlement, I have no idea. But it does look like they've positioned themselves here. Well, here's the thing. I'd rather lose Blighted Grove than lose either Blackrock or the Forest of Decay, because those are major cities. They are walled settlements. They would be easier to defend. They would be harder for Archaon to take. There's nothing I can do. If they declare war on us and they decide to attack Blighted Grove, there's no way to stop them. Even if I were to successfully launch an attack over here, I can't launch attacks over there and also launch attacks over here. So these three armies would then subsequently be at war and be able to do anything they wanted to us. Having said all that, we are only one turn away from getting Epidemius over here, and Epidemius is uber powerful. I wouldn't be surprised if this is the most powerful army in the game right now. It's certainly got to be one of them. Now, it would still be a very tall order for this one army to take on 60 units, but I would try it before I would, before I would give up one of these major cities. So, what I'm leaning towards doing, I'm going to start out fighting this battle down here. And then what I'm leaning towards doing up here is continuing for one more turn, waiting to see what Archaon does. If he decides to declare war, obviously we're giving up Blighted Grove. But hopefully we're not giving up either Blackrock or the Forest of Decay. At this point, I don't think we're giving up the Forest of Decay because he has very clearly gone right past it. Even if he turned around and attacked the Forest of Decay with both of these armies, I think he would end up only laying siege. I don't think he would actually attack it, and if he did, I think we might be able to win that because, again, walled city, we would have fewer units, but we would have some advantages over it. So anyway, I feel like the Forest of Decay is not going to get lost over the end turn. I can't say the same thing for Blackrock. If they decide to devote 3 armies to Blackrock, I don't think I could stop them. But anyway, that's what I'm leaning towards doing. But like I said, we're going to go ahead and start down here. I apologize for the really long strategic summary, but I think it's really important for this campaign. We're at a make or break moment in this campaign, I feel like. So right here, we're going to go ahead and now actually, I'm not even sure if I can do a Plague Cultist down here. I'm going to try to, but because we're under siege, we may not be able to. All right, so we definitely want to give them... Let's take a look. That army needs... They're mostly melee, so they need a melee debuff. We could do armor reduction, we could do melee attack reduction, we could do melee defense reduction, I think. We almost certainly won't be able to do all 3 of them. We may only be able to do one of them, but let's find out. So this is the melee defense. Maybe there's not one that reduces armor. I don't remember now. Okay, so yeah, not good. Yeah, there's the armor right there. And there's the melee attack. Okay, so we could reduce... Oh, we can't. Oh, no. Oh, no, we can. Okay, so we could do melee attack and armor. And battle healing cap reduction, possibly. Speed reduction. Or growth, that's obviously irrelevant to an army. I guess we'll do the speed reduction. And so it does look like I can summon it down here. Summon a cultist.
Plant the seed of melody.
Okay. And so then you are going to go ahead, spread your plague. Success. And we are going to go ahead and make this attack. I don't think I can win, like I said. But, you know, one question could be, would there be any reason to maybe group some of these together? Like, we could do... Yeah, let's merge these. That 35 size 35 unit is just very close to already getting wiped out. Anybody else below 50? Yes, you and you. I'm going to merge you. Okay. All right.
I serve the Raven God.
A lot of fast units, but for the most part, we don't care about fast. Those aspiring champions are going to be a problem, and this guy right here is absolutely going to be a problem. There's just nothing we can do about that. All right, well, let's go ahead and try it. Decisive defeat. We'll give it our best shot. We'll do as much damage as we can. Let's take a look here at the battlefield. All right, if we may as well fight in the trees. The only thing we have that's large are these plague toads, and they're frankly not going to contribute very much to this battle anyway. So, yeah, we'll try to fight here in the trees. We will, of course, use the incredibly sophisticated Nurgle tactic of blobbing. There's a risk to it because of the enemy wizard. He could cast some area of effect spells that would really be bad against blobs. But blobs are basically Nurgle's best tactic. Okay, start deployment. I think we'll go ahead and put... We're going to put you guys here for the time being. All of you all go straight into the trees. Here, let's do this. Let's do some of them facing backwards here. Let's try that again, like that. There we go, okay. All right, so all of you then, you're on 4. For now, I'll lock the control group, but for the most part, we're probably not even going to be issuing commands very much other than just to move information. Okay, so you guys, we'll do this. We'll wait and see. Wait and see exactly what they do here. All right, let's go ahead and start the battle. And my 4s, you guys need to go straight into the trees, like that. Okay, they have to come towards us. Okay, they're sending Marauder Horsemen towards us. It's interesting. Okay, let's get you guys here into the middle. You can't fight very effectively. Actually, you know what we might want to do? I changed my mind about you guys. You guys get back there. You can hide, possibly. Okay, you 3... Let's get you here along the tree line. Okay, the Marauder Horsemen are in there somewhere. And I need to get you into the middle as well. Okay. This is going to be a problem there. Festergax is... Why is his barrier not at full strength? That's weird. Okay, you know what, you guys... Let's go ahead and just get you in the front over here. There was no real opportunity for us to snipe anybody with our plague grenades. Okay, 4. There we go, okay. Okay, that's fine. If he wants to throw through the trees, there's not a whole heck of a lot we can do about that. But what we will do, now we're in our formation, we can start to move. That's the magic I was talking about.
Flesh with tainted claw bleeds boss and mother.
That's exactly what I did not want to have happen. Yeah, that's going to be a humongous problem. He's just going to do that over and over again. And it's going to cause massive damage to us. Okay. Let's get you guys over here. Everybody here, you need to... Okay, there they go, bombing us again. Okay. Some of you on them. Some of you on these guys right here. There's Rancid Visitations there. Or no, I'm sorry. Was that Soul Blight? Spirit Leech. Forgot the names of my spells. Okay, now you guys... Hurry up. Okay, all of you all over here. I'm going to ignore the Chaos Sorcerer Lord for the moment. And we're just going to blob up. Okay, let's get ready for another Spirit Leech. Okay, you guys finally got out of the trees over here. Well, one of you did anyway. Alright, you guys try to run these Chaos Warhounds off the map. So at least one thing you can do. Okay, how are we doing over here? Okay, let's go ahead and throw a heal on him. We need to do another Spirit Leech. And we've got the barrier down. So everybody on him. Everybody attack. Why am I seeing movement arrows? Don't. Ah. There. Come on. Come on. There we go. All right. Right here. You guys. Go ahead and hit those Chaos Warhounds from behind. Okay, up here. Okay, he's taken some damage. Not nearly enough, obviously. There he goes with more magic. I've got a problem right now with the audio in my game. Not sure why that audio has decided to do what it's doing. I wonder if it's going to show up that way in the recording. Okay, you guys, one of you can chase them off the map. You turn around, chase those guys off the map. Okay, come on. Can we get another Spirit Leech? Not quite yet. Let's get a heal on this unit of Exalted Plague Bearers here. And let's do that. Okay, what's going on here? Go after them. You guys, yeah, take care of them. Okay, here in the middle, we're not going to do it, are we? We're not going to be able to take him out. Okay, what are you doing? Man, you guys are slow. You're so slow. Well, we almost have him down. I don't know, it's conceivable. Are the three of you all hitting him? Okay, go ahead and take him out. We might. Oh, he's dropping more magic on us. Okay, at this point... Come on, you guys, get over here and help out over here. Okay. Let's get everybody on him. He's down to 1,500. We're not going to win the battle, but if we can take him out, that's at least something. Oh, he's down to 1,200. He's still casting magic on us. All right, here we go. We got 4 seconds left. This should take care of him. I hope, anyway. There we go. What? Why is he not losing health a lot faster than that? He's broken, but he's not dying. Why is he not dying? What is going on? I Spirit Leeched him. Okay, we need to drop another heal on our Exalted Plague Bearers. I'm very impressed by how long our Exalted Plague Bearers have lasted here. But this is very upsetting. Why did that Spirit Leech... There we go. That's going to kill him. Now he's dead. Okay. All right, now we just need to wipe out whatever we can. Yeah, take out those Chaos Chariots. They're unbreakable. That's a problem. Okay. Really hope the audio here is not completely hosed. Okay. You right here. Let's take those guys out. They're down to 8 models. Okay. Spirit Leech. That's probably the best thing I can do here. We'll drop this on the Aspiring Champions here, maybe. Let's go ahead and do that, I suppose. All right. Well, how about those Marauder Horsemen? If there had been a way, okay, they're broken now. If there had been a way for us to avoid all the damage we took from the magic, we would have had a chance here. Okay, these aspiring champions are just way too strong. We're not going to be able to take them out, but maybe if we take anything that's not an aspiring... Michael. Anything that's not an aspiring champion should be our focus, probably. Except, yeah, try to get those guys right there. You know what? Get these guys. These guys are turning around, coming back into the fight. We can break them. Okay, we're going to be able to get another heal off here in a moment. There we go. Okay, take care of these guys now. You need to get in here as well, wherever you are. Oh, you're already there, okay. Okay, these guys, wavering. Broken, okay. It's just going to be the aspiring champions. That's all that's left, isn't it? Okay, fine. We'll take care of the aspiring champions. Do the best we can do, which is not much. Unit has been wiped out. That's obviously going to happen. I wish I had... Oh, this is going to be so frustrating. We've knocked out their entire army except for the aspiring champions. And there's just nothing we can do about the aspiring champions. Okay, let's go ahead and throw another heal on you. You can go ahead and do this. That's all of our winds of magic. Everybody on these aspiring champions. Oh, here we go. Never mind, everybody on those Marauder Horsemen. Make them break again. Shaken. Come on, guys. Break. Break, break, break. Wavering. Broken, okay. Back to you guys right here. These aspiring champions. Alright, at this point I think we can just speed up. There's not really much... Oh, wait a minute. Why did you stop fighting? One of my exalted plague bearers there stopped fighting. Are these guys taking any damage at all? That's really the question now. Yeah, they're taking some. If we could knock one of them out, maybe, just maybe. No, it's just not going to happen. Oh, it's so close! Why are you not fighting? You need to get... It's because you have... because you have ammunition, and the game has decided that if we can't fire our ammunition, we're just not going to do anything at all. Okay. Heal. Everybody on these aspiring champions. Okay. These aspiring champions, right there, are taking a little bitty bit of damage, but not very much. Considering we've got them completely surrounded, they just refuse to take damage. They do have 115 armor. What about these guys? Yeah, they're all taking a little bit of damage. They're not inflicting a ton of damage on us. That's the interesting thing here. All right, let's go ahead and speed up again. That one is now below 5,000. Now he is, okay. Below 5,000 and... Ooh, below 3,000. Everybody on him. You. You're my last hope. My last Exalted Plague Bearers. We got 49 leadership. This is crazy. Okay, speed up again. Can we get him below 2,000? I'm losing units. That's fine. I can lose units. What I need to keep are my Exalted Plague Bearers and Bilgefoot himself. Oh, he's running away. Okay. Everybody now on him. If that guy breaks, we win this fight. Victory is in our grasp. Come on, break, break, break. Your leadership is 100. Come on, come on. How many units will be left standing at the end of this fight? Victory. Holy cow. Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and leave it at that. Wow. And then I'm going to have to check the audio out. We had better get some demons reforged. That's all I can say. Give me some demons reforged. Okay, we did. That's good. Yeah, the audio has completely cut out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a save of this game and then reload it, and I'll just merge the two videos together. So, yeah, because I'm not hearing anything at this point. All right, we'll take the favor. I think we need the favor more than anything right now. Okay. Good enough. And like I said, I'm going to do a save and a reload. Okay. All right. I have just reloaded and everything is as we left it. We look at all these lovely demons that we got reforged. We got totally hosed on the demons reforged earlier in this campaign. I'm glad that it didn't completely hose us again this time. So we should be able, I think, to now wipe out the rest of that army. I don't see any reason not to go ahead and do that. Another thing I'm considering now that I realize... Oh, I was going to say, we could donate the Foetid Catacombs. We could give it to Valkia, but actually I was thinking Valkia bordered us, and she doesn't. These guys border us, the Palace of Princes. All right, so let's go ahead and give you your skill up. I think at this point we want Locus of Contagion, and we need some magic here. And you need a weapon. Do you currently cause fear or terror? You do not. I'll go ahead and give you this for now. I don't know whether long-term that's the right thing for you to have, but we'll try it. Okay, now, do I need to do any more merging of units here? Those aspiring champions are going to continue to be the problem, but they don't have a lord now, which does matter. We should be able to attack, and we should be able to protect our most badly damaged units, and we'll get like this one and this one and this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one. We'll get those 5 or 6 units to be our front line, and we'll hide everyone else. I think we can do this. All right, so let's go ahead and launch the attack again. Decisive victory. I'm not going to auto-resolve it. I learned last time not to do auto-resolves, so it is pretty much my house rule. The only reason I sometimes break it is if I'm afraid that a battle is going to be boring, but I don't think this is going to be a boring battle because we, again, are in danger of losing units here. So speed and attribute Strider. Honestly, this is not good for anybody here, but I'm going to give it to good old Bilgefoot here. So let's take a look at the layout. Okay, no trees at all. Well, at least not on our part of the map. That's fine. Let's do it. Okay, so this time what we're going to do is get you guys like this. You two sort of here in the front. Just ever so slightly. Never mind, I can't get you any further ahead. There we go. Okay, so you guys are at the forefront. Now, everybody else, because there's no place for them to hide, I'm just going to bury them deep in the middle. I'm going to put you at the front. And that's everybody then. Okay. Yeah, you need to be a little bit more like that. Okay. All right, start deployment, start battle, start moving forward. I don't know if they're going to come towards us or not, but they don't have any magic, so at least we don't have to worry about that. They appear to be content to just stay back. That's fine. We will walk towards them. Step by step so that I don't end up getting anybody too far ahead of the others. Okay, now they're backing up. That's annoying. Okay, is everybody in position? Yes, they are. Okay, if we come up to here, we should still not be in range. Okay, you know what? Okay, right there. That's fine, like that. Now they are in range. Let's go ahead and do... Well, first of all, we should be throwing those plague grenades. Yeah, that should do some decent damage to them. Let's go ahead and speed things along a little bit. Suboptimal spell, but whatever. Okay, here we go. Now you go ahead and go into them and do that. That should help finish those guys off. You over here, turn like that. You over here, like that. Okay. You can back up. Okay, let's get you on them. Okay, I need you to finish off these Chaos Trolls. Okay, right there, you're okay. Right here. I guess it matters, really, if we use that ability at all. Okay. Yeah, I'm not liking that some of our weak... Okay, I tell you what, you guys chase after those Chaos Warhounds. You can run them off the battlefield. No, what do you... Oh, you rampaged. That's terrible. Terrible. All right, let's get you now. Yeah, you can get on those Chaos Chariots. That's fine. Let's go ahead and blast them, and in 19 seconds, we'll do another Locus of Contagion. You guys right here. Let's get one of you, maybe you. Let's try to get you attacking them. Okay, did we take out the chariots? I believe we did. Okay, you. I need to get you out. Did those Chaos Warhounds run away? They ran pretty dang far away. Okay, let's get you over here like this. And you can hit them from behind. Now, Epidemius. That should take care of them. Now you get in on them, and you can do your Locus of Contagion. That'll help. You guys up here. That's fine. Okay, you're never going to catch them, but you know what? That's probably at this point. At this point, that was dumb. That was just dumb of me to even try to send them up there against Marauder Horsemen. They'll never catch it. There we go. Now they made a mistake. Okay. They thought they could hit us from behind, and they were correct, but it's not going to save them. We're down to 8 models right there. We're down to 13 over here. I need to protect you a little bit. You are taking way more damage here than I was hoping. Okay, take care of them. Everybody over here. We're still at 8 right there. Those are shattered. Those are broken. The shattered. And unbreakable. Okay. You get ready to cast another Spirit Leech. They're down to 7. And we're still doing damage with our Locus of Contagion. That should wipe them out right there. There we go. Good enough for me. Alright, so that does take care of Sigvald. This should be faction destroyed for him. I'm kind of hoping we didn't lose these units right there. I hope not. I tried to protect them as much as I could, but it does look like they did get involved in the fighting a little bit, so it's possible that I lost them. Nope. Okay, that's good. Infections +3. Okay, no thanks. 1% replenishment or 570 total favor. We will take the favor again. Alright. Scroll of shielding, that's fine. Okay, well that's a better than expected start to this episode. However, by no stretch of the imagination are we okay over here now, because this has no garrison and they're sending an army up this way. And we also could think about heading up this way, but we can't do both. This army looks like it's too far away, so it's really only this one that we have to protect from. We're going to move back in for now. That gives us a little bit of additional replenishment. Looks like I canceled this for no reason. It's fine. It's only 1,000. Okay. These guys are suffering some attrition. If they do attack me again, I will go ahead and fight it. Manually, that is, not auto-resolve. Over here, I think the Folly of Malefics is okay, depending on what all's in that army. We really don't know. Okay, so that puts us back to dealing with Archaon. And as I mentioned, we now have enough money that we can sit tight for one more turn. I could do recruiting. By the way, I appreciate the explanation about Vashnar can become a demon prince, and demon princes thematically can have a mix of mortal and demonic units. So I will do that. In the last episode, I delayed for 10 turns because I wanted to double check on that, and yeah, so we'll go ahead and convert him into a demon prince at the next opportunity, which is going to be like 8 or 9 turns from now, unless there's a whole chorus of people saying don't do it, but that doesn't seem to be the case so far. Okay. I could recruit now, which would make us stronger to defend BlackRock if they decide to attack BlackRock. Let's do this. Let's take a look again at Archaon. He's strength rank 10. Oh yeah, it was another thing that was requested is that I take a look at his relationship, if I can select him here. How do I do this? Okay, if I... How do I look at his relations with... a an army of Valkia. So if I click on Archaon, and then if I hover over Valkia, does that tell me? Not really. Okay. If I select Volcano's Heart, does that tell me? You'd think I would know this by now. I'm probably more than 2,000 hours into this game, and I don't know how to tell what Archaon's relations are vis-a-vis Valkia. Okay, so if I click on Archaon, and then I hover over the others, no, I apologize. I don't know how to do this. This is their attitude towards us. This is not the attitude towards Archaon. All right, so we are losing relations with Archaon, so that's obviously not good. He's got a prejudice against us, so it's only a matter of time. Frankly, as long as he goes one more turn without declaring war on us, I'm fine. Oh, Sigvald has not been eradicated yet. He must still have an army somewhere. Interesting, okay. And our relations are improving. All right, he's at war. No, he's not at war with anybody, so there's no way that I can declare war on somebody to improve relations. I could give him the Tower of Flies. Yeah, that's not going to happen. I could give him a payment. I could give a small gift of 4,000. It would be worth 4,000 if I felt like that was definitely going to make the difference between him declaring war on us or not, but I don't really feel that way. And Valkia, meanwhile, let's just look at her. Valkia, she is only at war with the same folks that we're at war with. And she's got prejudice against us as well. She doesn't like our military actions against Manblight Warherd. Yeah, okay. We're just going to have to go one more turn and see what happens here. I could recruit. If I know for sure I'm going to be fighting next turn, which I think I am, I'm going to bring you out. And move you this direction a bit, just so that you would be able to reach. The thing is, I need to position him where if they do attack us, he can retreat closer to where that garrison could come. Actually, never mind, that's not even important. The importance of that garrison is actually the walls. So we'll move him to here. This is so that if we have to launch an attack on Archaon next turn, hopefully he'll be able to reach. Which means I'm going to go ahead and recruit in. Let's see, what do we need? More than anything else. Actually, never mind. This entire army I'm going to disband if they don't get wiped out. So Vashnar, I don't love Forsaken. It's just a unit I've never been particularly good with, so I'm not going to recruit any of those. I will recruit 2 of these guys and 2 of these guys. And that's going to be expensive in terms of our upkeep. But, you know what, we're already paying out the wazoo, as I mentioned. Let's go ahead and pay even more out the wazoo. And we're at 19 out of 20 now. And I could even do this. Cliff of Beasts down here. Is there any reason to do this? This is worth doing. We can afford it. Blighted Grove. That's the one that I'm afraid I'm going to lose, so I'm obviously not going to do any upgrading there. Okay. Let's go ahead then. I'm not going to drop any plagues on Archaon because that will certainly make him more upset. I will continue to send this guy over here towards Malachi. We've wasted all this time and money sending him over here towards Malachi. I just now noticed Malachi even already has a plague for 3 more turns. Okay. All right, and so do the armies. Wow, how about that? Still, we've wasted the time and money heading over there. I have a feeling we're going to get all the way over here, and then Archaon, we're going to go to war with Archaon, and it would have made more sense for me to have just gone ahead and dropped the plague over there anyway. We're sitting at 13, which is giving us some nice research rate and the Urfather's boon for the faction leader, which is not super useful because I have to notice that a unit has gotten below 10% in order to cast that. But the Tallyman's Blades, that can be good. All right. Let's go ahead then, and I'm leaving you where you are. Damaged building. I'm going to leave that. Building upgrade available. Yeah, we're not going to do that. I do have enough infections that I could do another plague. I could do, I think maybe I'll wait until next turn. I could do a increased campaign movement range. All right, so we're going to go ahead and take a save right here. We're going to do our end turn. If there's any fighting to do over the end turn, we're going to probably do that in the next episode, depending on... Well, if it's this one over here, we might be able to do that in this episode. Okay, let's go ahead. I think I've done everything. I don't think I'm forgetting anything. Let's do it. Okay, here's Malachi. Nothing from Malachi. Okay, we're getting to the part right here. Oh, he did not declare war on us. Okay, he is in march stance. Are you all stopping right there? You are all stopping right there. Okay. And there's Sigvald's last army. Well, I'm sure he's just going to mindlessly attack the Foetid Catacombs again. I think we should be able to hold him off. Valkia, what are you doing? Valkia is invading us as well. Okay, I won't say I won't say everything's going according to plan, but honestly, I would be tempted at this point. I might give Valkia a settlement in exchange for better relations, maybe even a non-aggression pact, because we are going to have to attack Archaon, because I cannot just sit there and let Archaon park 4 armies outside one of my settlements. Because eventually, he doesn't like us. Eventually, he is going to attack us. All right, and so Varg actually took care of wiping out Sigvald. Well done, guys. Very ignominious there for Sigvald. get yourself wiped out by a minor Norscan faction. Okay, Pyrrhic victory. Should I auto-resolve it, guys? That's a joke, because I got yelled at last time for... Although, actually, my hunch is that you would actually be okay with me auto-resolving this one, because it was not the fact that I auto-resolved it as much as I think there was a belief that I could have won the battle. So we'll go ahead and fight this. This will have to do it then for this episode. And I'm just going to auto-resolve it, because you know what? This battle is trivial compared to the big battles coming up. That's what everybody's waiting on. Let me know if you hate the fact that I've auto-resolved this one, but since it's a Pyrrhic victory, I'm kind of assuming you're okay with me auto-resolving this one. Hey, we lost a Nurgling. It told me I wasn't going to. They got reforged anyway, but that was weird. And we didn't wipe out the whole army, though. That's a bit unfortunate. All right, infections, replenishment, favor. We'll take the favor. The Wild Hunt. Vengeance descends upon the living and dead alike as a new Wild Hunt springs to life. These restless spirits must be stopped, lest you and your people become a sacrifice to Kornos. It begins. Is this an endgame crisis? Okay, the pestilence scheme performed. Clan Mulder. Okay, that's fine. Faction destroyed. The decadent host. We knew that. Defeat the following Lord's army in battle. Rulek Gurlus. We don't know where he is, apparently. Makes it a little bit difficult for us to do that. Army receives plague. Okay, that's fine. Ultimate campaign victory. Yes. Okay. So we are at war now with all of the wood elves. Okay. Yeah. This is obviously the end game crisis. I had no idea. Did I really set the end game crisis to start this early? It's kind of crazy. Why would I have done that? Well, they aren't particularly close to us. We sure did find an awful lot of factions here. Okay. Yeah, lots and lots of warfare being declared. That's going to make everything really interesting. However, none of that affected either Valkia or Archaon, I do not believe. Yeah, they're only at war with us and Reichland and scaling for some reason. That's bizarre. Well, this is all very weird. They're not... Why are they not super strong? Doesn't the in-game crisis make them all super strong? Athaloran is pretty strong. This is kind of unusual. This is not exactly making sense to me. I'll have to go back to the first episode and look and see how I set up the in-game crisis. Okay, anyway, so we are at war now with all of the High Elves plus Malakith. And that's it. Okay, well, soon to be at war with Archaon as well. When we look at Archaon, not at war with anybody at all. Valkia, still at war with Crag. Oh, yeah, we're at war with Crag as well. Crag, let's look at Norska here. Crag would probably happily accept peace. No, they still wouldn't. Interesting, okay. All right. Epidemius, can you reach? You can reach. You cannot reach Archaon, and he's the only one who can't retreat. However, I don't think that's a problem. I think what we do here is I think we attack Talson. Look at this. This is... CA, would you please, for the love of all that is holy, would you put some more names in your freaking database? this happens way too much where we're getting the same names over and over again, and it is confusing and it's unthematic, and it's a simple thing to fix. All right. I'm not changing Vashnar Soulflayer's name. I've always referred to him as Vashnar. We're going to continue calling him Vashnar. Anyway, so Epidemius is either going to attack Talsin or Vashnar. Probably Vashnar. No, Vashnar's got a hell cannon. He doesn't have any artillery. Or Fregnus. Yeah. And then what we'll do, because that's going to pull the garrison into the battle as well, then what we will do is we will make it a non-control large army battle. So it's going to be our 20 against their 20 at a time. They can send all 4 of those armies against us until they get to Archaon himself. I like our chances. I mean, eventually they'll whittle us down, but I think we've got pretty good chances. I can drop a plague on us, you know, to give us a little bit of a boost. Yeah, okay. And then you, in full speed mode, you cannot reach. Okay. I might even send you over here towards Volcano's Heart. Because then you, Vashnar Soulflayer, you can get up here and help out over here. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and give Cholera Man here a skill up. Looks like we'll give him... I'm going to boost Stream of Corruption a little bit so it's a little bit cheaper. It is. I've been reminded in the past of how I'm kind of suboptimally taking every spell instead of specializing a little bit. And specializing is actually more efficient. Okay. Before I end this episode, I'm going to go ahead and send you... If we're going to be going to war... I don't even know what your symptoms are. If we're going to be going to war with Archaon... I might as well get you up this way. Let's do it.
The seas.
Would have been more efficient if I had just parked him outside of one of Archaon's settlements. But whatever. Whatever. All right. We have burned through an awful lot of money in this campaign, funding an army that we turn out to not really have any really good use for. Infernius, if I did want to do this, could I give Infernius to Valkia?
Your lifeless corpse shall be
I can
dedicated
indeed.
to the blood god.
I could, for that matter, I could give her Blood Mountain, which is not nearly as valuable. Infernius actually can defend itself against Manblight tribe. Blood Mountain is pretty worthless at this point. How much would she give us?
Still your tongue, so I may rip it from your mouth.
She is awfully aggressive. She really does not like us very much. Okay, so Blood Mountain. She would not do it in exchange for a non-aggression pact. She would give us 4,400. If I gave her
still emit your foul contagions.
Infernius instead, she would absolutely give us a non-aggression pact. And an awful lot of money. That's pretty tempting. Let me know. I'm not going to do this right now. Let me know if you think I should do that. So we could give up Infernius. It's a minor settlement. Not that big of a deal, quite frankly. in order to have a non-aggression pact with Valkia, and that means only having to fight Archaon for now. Plus, like, literally all of the Wood Elves in the world, and Malachi and Crag, but you know what I'm saying. All right, so yeah, we're going to do this then in the next episode. We're going to launch an attack on Archaon, and then let me know about trading the settlement to Valkia, and then, yeah, I think that's pretty much all there is to it. So thanks everybody so much for watching, and I will see you in the next episode.